はい、どうも皆さんこんにちは、ライクです。本日もですね、こちら、シャーロック・ホームズやっていきたいと思います。さあ、前回は色と手がかりを見つけて、今回は、貼っていきたいと思います。さあ、行こうか、レストレート君。
Well, Mr. Holmes, what do you think?
I think that we are lucky.
And why is that?
Because of last night's attempted break-in.
Oof, you've lost me.
It is very probable that whoever came here hoped to find the door open. They tried to force it with a knife blade, but they failed. What will they do? Why, return tonight, when they will be better prepared.
Aha! So what do you propose?
We shall remain on the outside, near the window, where we stand the best chance of catching sight of our visitor. Well, gentlemen, ready your pistols. We have a long night ahead of us.
だいたい待ち伏せするときってあれだから銃を持ってるからね、毎回。
Holmes, we need to find a good place for an ambush. Perhaps behind Carey's cabin, near the window.
ヒアリーの小屋の裏。ああ、いいねいいね。
This looks like the perfect hiding place.
ハイド。じゃあ行きましょう。
Shh. Did you hear that? There's someone there. I'm gonna collar him.
I'll be right behind you.
Police! Hold it right there.
オッケー、待ち伏せ完了。
Mr. Holmes?
Mr. Holmes?
All right, my fine fellow. Who are you and what are you doing here?
You're detectives, I suppose. You imagine that I'm connected with the death of Captain Carey. I assure you I'm innocent.
Innocent? And what are you doing in his cabin?
Shall I tell you? You came to retrieve what you had lost after killing Peter Carey, but we were here, waiting for you.
What is your name?
John Hopley Nelligan, but I didn't...
Do you deny that you came here yesterday?
No, but yes, it's just that I couldn't...
I'm tired of this. Off we go to the yard. Tomorrow, I'll see that you're put in front of the judge.
What? But you can't! I'm not... It's a terrible mistake!
Enough. You can explain all of that to the judge. You're coming with me to the yard.
But...
In light of recent events, it seems evident your coming here was unnecessary. All the same, I'm very grateful to you, Mr. Holmes.
You are welcome, Inspector, but please don't be too hard on our young fellow. I would like to question him tomorrow morning.
待ち伏せ完了。さあさあさあさあ。スコットランド。いやー、ヤード行くしかねえよな、多分な。まあ、ここら辺が多分なんか関係しそうだけど。スコットランド行くか。ネリガンの所持品を調べると。はいはい。
Mr. Holmes?
Mr. Holmes?
Good morning, Mr. Holmes. Can I help you?
Good morning, Constable. I would like to speak to the fellow who was arrested at Woodman's Lee last night.
Ah, the young man. He's waiting in the interrogation room. You can go straight through. His belongings are held in the evidence room.
Thank you.
さあ、証拠を関していこうか。
Mr. Holmes?
Mr. Holmes? ここではない。これか。これか。
These These are the suspect's belongings.
これだね。
Book that we found on Peter Carey's cabin floor.
落ちていた手帳。ある人物が
These
必要と。
abbreviations.
指輪。
And partner, 1883. From R. Dawson.
ドーソン。from ドーソンから
To my friend, Dawson. I've seen this name before. Perhaps my archive holds the answer.
ふんふん。
A
ハンカチー
with the initials JHN. These
フ。
abbreviations.
じゃあ JH のはじゃあこれだね。合ってるね。
Pocket knife. It was used to force the door of
Ah.
Peter Carey's cabin.
他は他はあんまり絶対漁っちゃいけないでしょ、こんなところ。取り調べ室行くか。こっちこっちあれだな。死体の検視場だな。上か。
Locked.
Locked。違う、こっちか。あ、いた。まず手帳。
Does this notebook belong to you?
Yes. But where did you find it? I did not know. I thought I'd lost it at the hotel.
What do these abbreviations mean?
Oh, no. I beg you, I can't. If I told you, it would only make things worse.
But I will find out eventually, Mr. Nelligan.
悪い方向に。次、ナイフ。
The sea knife was found near Carey's body. Tell me, Mr. Nelligan, did Mr. Carey try to defend himself or to attack you with it?
I don't know. I didn't kill anyone.
金の指輪。
The police seized this valuable ring from you. Whose is it?
I didn't steal it from anyone. It has always belonged to me.
前川僕のだ。彫刻だね。
The ring's date of engraving is many years ago. You would have been a child then, hardly in any position to receive such an item from a partner.
観察していくか。帽子。ビスボラシ帽子。当て布。高貴な布。高価な。精巧なボタン。短い袖。ここだよな。タコ。傷跡。オッケー。
So, Mr. Nelligan, who is the true owner of the ring?
The ring is mine.
嘘だー。正しい答えを選びます。はい。わかりました。
So, Mr. Nelligan, who is the true owner of the ring?
The ring is mine.
被害者の、あれじゃない？違う。
So, Mr. Nelligan, who is the true owner of the ring?
The ring is mine.
父親の上着か。
No, Mr. Nelligan. I believe that the ring had belonged to your father.
Oh, but how do you know?
The jacket you are wearing is made of an expensive fabric that only a man of exceptional wealth could afford. You do not seem to me to be a rich man, Mr. Nelligan. Furthermore, the garment is ill-fitting. It is quite clear that it belonged to someone else, most probably your father. With your father gone and taking with him the family's wealth, as a little boy you had to find yourself a manual job, and it was most probably cleaning fish. You cut your hands often while working. I can tell from the scars.
I'm speechless, Mr. Holmes. It all happened exactly as you say.
いいな。
Well, I will see you soon, young man.
Please let me.
オッケー。お尻を試した。これか。手帳の押収、被害者の治療、どれだら。押し入れた試みた人物が犯人だと言えると。タバコを吸わないで。迅速な行動。これか。実験が必要。未熟で訓練されていないとは、森を投げて完全に体を感じできるほどうまく投げることができるのか確かめるのが必要であると。
I need to stage a reconstruction. I'm sure that Watson would be happy to oblige.
よしよし、やり投げの実験の準備をすると。よし、ヤードから帰るか。ベイカー街。水量開く。手がかり、あとはもうないね。別の角度から見ることもあるだろうと。タブ。次はとりあえずワトソンでちょっとね、実験をしてもらおう。ただ、ジョン・ネリガンの役目はって一体何だったんだろうっていうともある。書庫で検索する。ジョン・ネリガン。19歳ぐらいの時点で裕福な幼少期を送ったが、10年前に父親が失踪した後、家族は貧困に陥った。そのため幼かった彼は魚さばく仕事をして家族を助けていた。肉体労働を長時間やっていたにもかかわらず、ネリガンの肉体はやや健弱だと。ただいま、あれ、犬がいる。先にまずチョコから調べるか。これだな。1880ドーソン。これだな。ドーソン・ネリガン。ドーソン・ネリガン投資会社はコーンウェル州に拠点を置く地方銀行は多額の貸し倒れ損失が原因で、破産宣告を受けて倒産したと。23番目に大きな銀行と。メキシコ2番目に、最大の負債額による経営破綻となる。コーンウェル期に破滅を引き起こした。銀行家の一人である、ジョシュア・ネリガンは不可解な失踪を遂げた。最後彼を見たのはノルウェー発に備えているところにボートにヨットに乗り込んでいるところ。ネリガンは現在警察と負債者から、捜索されていると。
Here it is. Now I begin to understand that young man's story, but I am still unclear as to what connects him with the murder. It is time to ask him.
OK、倒産が分かればいい。
This is where I keep my post. My archive. I can
こ
always
っちにはあん
consult
だ。
with it if needed.
さあ、ワトソン。
A spot of whaling, Watson. Would you care to take part?
Are you serious?
No, but we do need to clarify what happened on the night of Black Peter's murder.
A reenactment then? Is something bothering you?
The sailor's knife, Watson. Why was it on the floor?
Peter Carey attempted to defend himself?
It is possible, But if that is the case, then it alters many things.
I don't quite follow you.
Tell me, my friend, what is the animal closest to man, morphologically, I mean?
Ah, I see what you're getting at, Holmes. You asked me that once before. On the Ripper case, I believe. Do you want to slit some more pigs' throats?
No.
Thank goodness for that.
I wish to impale one with a harpoon.
Wonderful.
Watson, let us pay a visit to our butcher friend in Whitechapel. We require the carcass of a well-fed pig.
And the harpoon?
One of the harpoons on the wall of Black Peter's cabin should do quite nicely.
Harpoon? ホワイトチャペルの肉屋。
I want to take a harpoon with me.
はいはい。まずは木こりのリー行こうか。じゃあ。あ、危な。フリーズしたわ。急げ、急げ、急げ、急げ。
That should
よ
do
し、
it.
もらってこう。
Now I am ready for the experiment.
あ、回収されてるね。よしよし、帰ろ、帰ろ。さ。帰るぞー。肉屋。なんもないね。肉屋です。
Well, here we are in the preparation room. I can't say that I like the smell of it much. What do you intend to do?
To indulge myself in a little experiment. The challenge of lancing a pig's carcass with a heavy harpoon.
A little experiment?
Stand aside, Watson. This might be dangerous. I am not well practiced in this exercise. Yet.
Holmes, you should aim for the mark in order to perform the most reliable test.
そういうこと？
The
いった。
harpoon has struck the body, but with insufficient strength to pierce it straight through.
いった。
This is the best possible result that I could get. Do you see, Watson? Throwing a harpoon and pinning a man to a wall requires either exceptional strength and training or diabolical luck.
If it was luck, then it was a chance in 1,000 that night.
Well, yes. Let us leave now.
All right. But before we go, I suppose I'll have to pay for all these carcasses you've happily mangled.
Very well, but please hurry.
Of course.
請求書も当てろ。当てた方がいいよ。これか。力技。貫通し、突き刺すには、並慣れた腕力が必要となる熟練度を要する。男が2人で協力した場合も同じ結果が達成できるかもしれない。運が良かった。力技じゃないの？ぐらいかな。力技で男2人で突き刺したかなんかじゃないの？会話内で尋ねる。じゃあ一回ヤード行くか。ようフリーズすんなこのゲーム。 まあエピックから落としてきてるからしょうがないか。ちょっと話を聞きに行こう。これドーソンあたり
I've
が。
heard the story of Dawson and Nelligan, the West Country bankers.
Yes, Joshua Nelligan was my father.
I am aware that it had a bad ending. When the bank failed, it ruined half the families of Cornwall, whereupon Joshua Nelligan disappeared.
My father was under extraordinary pressure. Dawson had retired. I was only 10 years of age at the time, but it was still old enough to feel the shame that befell our family. My father was convinced that he could pay off all his debts if the creditors gave him time. He set sail for Hammerfest in Norway in his small yacht, just a few days before an arrest warrant was issued. He left my mother a list of the securities he was taking. No word was ever heard from him again. We believe that his vessel went down, taking with it everyone and everything on board.
Thank you for the story, Mr. Nelligan. At last, we are making some progress. Interesting. Joshua Nelligan and Peter Carey were both at sea in Norway. There is definitely some connection between Peter Carey and Joshua Nelligan's disappearance.
公開日誌を調べる。こっちか、欧州品のとこだよね。
These are the suspects. These are
いや、違うな。公開日誌はどこにあるんだ？1883年の公開日誌。ホームズの家か。ベイカー街戻るか一回。ないもんな。
A map of London and the surrounding area. It could be useful.
ロンドンの周辺の地じゃなくて。
My archive. I can all.
ようクリズすんなこのゲーム。
My archive. I can always consult with it if needed.
Good gracious, you caught someone. At least now you have a...
My analysis table.
いや、やっ
It
ぱ
is
向こう
useful for
か。
my work.
聞こえのリークか。だってほら、肉屋は絶対ありえねえからさ。公開日誌。あんたこれか。無駄足踏んじまったな。あったあったあった。
1883. That's the one I need. This is the crew list of the Sea Unicorn.
See Unicorn。
This is the crew list of the Sea Unicorn. Log notes for
6
June.
月。
Nothing unusual. Log
4
notes for
月。
July. Nothing. Log notes for August.
あ
These pages have been torn. Canadian Pacific Railway, CPR, a torn piece from a bond certificate. I have seen this abbreviation somewhere very recently. There are 3 ways of discovering what happened in August of 1883 aboard the Sea Unicorn. The first 2 of these will require speaking with a dead man. The last would be to locate vital witnesses, the sailors involved in this whale hunt campaign.
まあ確かに最初の2つは絶対不可能だな。使い道を見つける。 ビギンズなら、乗組員を米花街のどっかにいるはずだ。よし、米花街か。米花街。なんもないかな。しょっちゅう降りすんな。
Something new, Watson. I have the list of sailors who were aboard the Sea Unicorn. We shall soon learn what happened to Nelligan's father. I have only to find them. Let us hope they're still working at the harbour.
I think that if you pretend you're from Scotland Yard...
I doubt it, Watson. And really, I would prefer that all of this remains quiet for now. But I have another solution. I'll call in the specialist.
And who might they be?
The secret police division of Baker Street.
Ah, you mean young Wiggins and his gang?
Yes. Believe me, you'll receive more useful assistance from these little urchins than from a dozen yard detectives. Those children are everywhere. They see and hear everything, and they are cunning. All they lack is organization. I'll summon them.
How will you do that?
There is always a watch beneath our window. I have only to call him.
見張り呼ぶじゃあ。
Wiggins, could you come upstairs, please?
At your service, Mr. Holmes.
Wiggins, I need you to track down certain people for me. I'll give you a list. You can read, can't you?
Big Oliver from our gang. He can, because his father is the coachman of a famous lawyer.
Fascinating. Here is the list of sailors.
Sailors? Easy. Just got to look where the rum and the red lights are.
Sorry to trouble you, Mr. Holmes, but the inspector asks that you come to the station as soon as possible.
Thank you. I'll be there shortly.
しょうがない、すぐに行ってやろう。ヤード。パカラパカラパカラパカラパカラ。馬車だね。どこにいるんだ？
Mr. Holmes, I'm glad to see you.
As always, what happened?
We have a new suspect, Liam Hurtley. I'm thinking that this case will be resolved very quickly now.
Interesting. Pray tell.
Well, the constable that I left at Woodman's Lee noticed a suspicious individual prowling around during the night.
Do you have him here?
Yes, he refuses to speak with us, but we'll make him talk.
Let us hope so.
Ah, yes, and one more thing. The constable told me that at the time of his arrest, the fellow was writing a letter.
Do you have it?
Of course. It's in the evidence room, at your disposal. Admit that for once, Mr. Holmes, Scotland Yard is a step ahead of you, eh?
Breathtaking.
さあ行ってみようか。手がかり。これか。
These are the suspect's belongings.
ブーツとりあえず持っておこうか。
Liam Hurtley's old boots.
あ、いいねいい
Their
ね。
size 9
怪しい
and a
ね。
half.
汚れた手紙。
The stains are fresh. They can be removed with the proper chem. A pen.
万年筆。とりあえず靴はあれだね。あそこ一回はみに行っていいね。さあ、自問しに行こうか。あれ違う。こっちが。
Please escort this suspect for interrogation. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I would like to ask you a few questions.
I've already told the police that I've nothing to say. And you're not even part of the police.
Precisely. And considering your situation, it might be wise to speak with someone who is, shall we say, rather more neutral. You are a suspect in a murder case.
I know. Inspector Lestrade told me. It's ridiculous.
Could you at least tell me who you are, and exactly what happened that you should be brought here?
My name is Liam Hurtley. That I can tell you, but you're not getting any more than that.
Well, we shall see.
さあ見ていこうか。古い傷、ハンカチ、冠柄が入ったハンカチ。おっと、植物の死骸、庭師の手。
That's all for now.
うん。今のところこれで許してやろう。だけど貴様をじぎり、貴様の正体はじきわかる。まず一回米海外行こう。ああ、まだか。オッケー行こう。これだね。
I need to prepare a chemical agent that is capable of removing fresh ink. For this purpose, the first condition, all 7 reagents should be used. Second condition, orange reagent should be the third one in the sequence.
オレンジ色は青から数えて3番目に入れる。
Third condition, colorless reagent should be added after the orange reagent.
ほうほう。だからまず緑を入れて、で青、青、オレンジ、元に戻す、透明、
No, something isn't right. I need to start the reaction from the beginning
多
again.
分オレンジ白オレンジ白なんだけど、緑をなんとかしてうまく挟まないといけないんだよな。青入れます。で、緑を入れる。で、もう一回青入れる。で、これでオレンジ、白、オレンジ、白。こうじゃない？
Done.
ほら
Now I can proceed
天才
further.
かもしれん。
Let us see if the content of this letter sheds a little light upon the mystery. I did as you asked and hid them well. Interesting. How would Hurtley react to this?
あなたに頼まれたようにあれは銀次隠しておいて、だがもう一度考えるとしてつもりはない。誓っていいよ。僕たち誓い覚えてるから僕は何を外すべきことはあなたは僕はてんてんてんてんてんてん。 元兵士。お互い負傷して軍隊を除隊している。今、世界からして庭師として働いていると。有価証券がまだな。ちょっと。ブーツ見に行こうか。ブーツを使いに行こう。あ、これスポンって当てはめるだけでいいから。これスポンってはめるだけでいい。ニュニュニュスポン。
These boots match the footprints exactly.
よしよしよしよしよしよし。庭師はいないのこれだよね。正体不明の人物、聞こえのより足跡と一致したこの男があの場所にいたことが確かだ。ジューディアス・ケアリーは庭師いないと主張している。じゃあ話を聞きに行こうか、じゃあ。ちょうどいい。な。お前は毎日そこにいるんか。
Does the name Liam Hurtley mean anything to you?
No, I don't know anyone by that name.
Thank you, madam.
Who could do such a thing? My poor husband.
ちょっとまあ、あれだな。庭師に話を聞きに行こうか。話を聞いたら今回のパートは終わりにしましょう。ちょっとこれずっとやる可能性あるから。
Please escort this suspect for interrogation.
まずは聞こえのりから。
Tell me, Mr. Hurtley, what were you doing at Woodman's Lee?
Woodman's Lee? I've never been there.
嘘だ。ブーツは一致すんだよ。
The second pair of boots that you had with you when you were arrested perfectly match the footprints found near the cabin where Peter Carey was murdered.
Footprints? That's your proof? How many men have boots like mine? That doesn't make me a murderer.
じゃあ何を隠したの？
So tell me, Mr. Hurtley, what did you hide?
Hide? What are you talking about?
嘘だ。手紙だよ、手紙。
I did as you asked and hid them well. Should I continue?
My letter? But the ink? That's impossible.
A touch of chemistry, nothing special.
Well, you're a smart one, but it's nothing. If you want to know, I was referring to my tools. It was to do with my work, see?
I will check that, Mr. Hurtley. Now that your presence at Woodman's Lee has been proven, would you care to explain it?
I don't remember. What would I be doing there anyway?
何をするってんだ？庭師だろ？
Because you are the gardener at Woodman's Lee.
I'm not. How did you...
I observed your hands. They told me that you work with the earth. Small fragments of plants snagged to your trousers indicate that you were mowing very recently. But the most obvious clue presented itself in the bird embroidered on your handkerchief. A crested tit, if I'm not mistaken.
All right, you got me. Yes, I am a gardener, and I went there to get my tools.
That's all for now. Hurtley's stories are false leads. But now I know one thing for certain.
園芸道具置き場所は必要があると。
Where the garden tools are kept at Woodman's Lee.
ここだな。 ハードで手紙と管理人の言葉で言うと、しまってる場所に何かを隠していると、木こりのリーの庭師はぜひとも捜索すべきだろうね。よし。はい。ということでじゃあ、おう、なんか開いたぞ。まあ。ここから外見えるんだ。音が鳴ってるだけだけど。はい。ということで、じゃあ、今回はこの辺で終わりにして、次回はね、木こりのリーの方へ、行ってみたいと思います。それでは、ぜひ、チャンネル登録、コメント、高評価、Twitter のフォローもお願いします。それじゃあ、終わります。じゃあねー。